create our own spreadsheet, which scientists do all the time to help them collect data and solve all kinds of problems. If you haven't already, once you're in Google Drive, create a new folder and call it Chemistry Data Science Module, and then select Create. Now we're going to double click on that folder, and right now it's empty. We're going to create a blank spreadsheet. So to do that, you select New, Google Sheets, Blank Spreadsheet. We're going to make a temperature converter. Right now you'll see the name is untitled. We're going to change that to temperature converter. Now, in science, it's really common to need to convert between units of measurement. So we're going to create a spreadsheet to convert from Fahrenheit to Celsius. First, we'll label the columns. Column A will represent degrees Fahrenheit. And then you can actually click and drag the column to make it a bit wider. Column B will label degrees Celsius. And again, you can make the column a bit wider. If you'd like, you can apply some formatting. I will highlight these cells, boldface the text, and maybe I'll even paint them with a color to make them stand out. Great, so now I'm ready to start generating my data. I know that 212 degrees Fahrenheit is the temperature at which water boils, so that will be the highest temperature I'll choose for this spreadsheet. So I'll type in 212 into cell A2. Now, here's a trick. I want to go all the way down to 32 degrees Fahrenheit, which is the freezing point of water. Since that is so many numbers, I'll go down by twos. So from 212 to 210 to 208, etc., all the way down to 32. But that's a lot of work to type those in. So instead, I'll use a trick called drag fill. First, starting with cell A2. I want the next cell, which is A3, to be 2 less than that. So instead of typing in an actual number, I can type in a formula up here. Equals A2 minus 2. In other words, this cell should equal 2 less than A2. I'll press enter, and we see 210, just like we'd expect. Now, here's where the drag fill comes in. I can select cell A3, click on that bottom right corner. You should see a little blue box. And then I can drag it down as many rows as I want. And you can see that every number is 2 less than the previous number. So the formula comes with it when you drag fill. So I can keep going as long as I want. Here I am down at 172, 170, and I'm going to keep going until I get to 32 Fahrenheit, which is the freezing point of water. So let's see, 70, 48, we're getting there. Oh, I went a little bit too far, no problem. I can just select the cells that I don't want values in and press delete. Great. So now that we have all of our Fahrenheit values, we want to convert them to Celsius over here in column B. But again, we'll program a formula to do all the work for us. So we know that to convert degrees Fahrenheit to degrees Celsius, we use the formula C equals 5/9 times F minus 32. So we'll type that formula here into cell B2, except that instead of typing F, we'll tell the computer to use whatever value is in cell A2. So that's going to be equals parentheses 5/9 times, we can use an asterisk for times, parentheses, A2 minus 32, end parentheses. Once I press enter, voila. We see that 212 degrees Fahrenheit converted to 100 degrees Celsius, which we know is also the boiling point of water. Now, you can see that a suggested autofill appeared, which actually is great because that means Google Sheets is predicting that I want to use the same formula for all of my cells in column B. So if you want, you can just press the check there to autofill. I want to show you, though, what to do if that doesn't happen. So I'm going to press the X. And again, just like before, we can select cell B2, hover over the little blue square in the bottom right corner, and then drag fill. And we can drag fill all the way down until our last row of data. So voila, we have a whole spreadsheet of equivalent temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit and degrees Celsius.